We're making Hershey's Best Brownies today. Welcome to Hub at Home, your resource for great recipes and easy learning. I'm Jim Hightower. Today we make Hershey's Best Brownies, and they really are the best. I've been making them for years, and hats off to Hershey's. So grab your pen and paper. Here come the ingredients. You will need 2 sticks of melted butter, 2 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 4 eggs, 1 cup flour, 2/3 cup Hershey's cocoa, 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and 1 cup nuts, optional. The first thing we need to do is prepare the pan. And of course you know how to do that because you've been watching me, but this one's different, and write it down. When you're baking something that's brown, chocolate colored, whatever, you don't want to dust your pan with white flour or your baked goods will come out with white around the edges. Using our new quick method of mixing it in with the melted butter, you want to use a tablespoon of cocoa with your 2 tablespoons of melted butter instead of a tablespoon of flour. And in this instance, cocoa works just like flour. Write that one down in your new cookbook. If you didn't make one, see our video. Mix it up real quick and then prepare your pan as usual. Remember, you don't want to make this terribly thick. After all, this is unsweetened cocoa powder. In case I didn't mention it, be sure and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now, we're going to mix our butter and sugar together, and you'll need your paddle attachment for that. If you have the wall space, it's nice to make yourself a little wall of fame here so that your things are always handy. Pour your butter in, mop it out with a green spatula, slowly mix your sugar in. I mean, you can really dump it. Then get your vanilla and go ahead and put that in. But sure is handy to have. Let that mix for about 30 seconds. Just enough to mix it in. Before we continue, I need to talk to you about perfecting your Caroline Ingalls. Huh? What? You know, Caroline Ingalls, Little House on the Prairie. She could put an egg in each hand and crack it without missing a beat. So, you just pop it, grab it with your thumb and a finger, separate it. There you go. It's so easy. No big deal. Then, I also want to make a shout out to JC, who reminded me in an earlier video to always be sure and wash your hands because handling raw eggs is very much like handling raw meat. You don't want that on you. Another thing I want to remind you, and I said this in, I think it was a Snickerdoodle video, actually it was a title, but you want to put all your dry ingredients together unless I tell you different. So mix everything in your flour. You've got your baking soda, your salt, whatever. And so the cocoa and the flour go together. You give it a quick mix. You're done. Now we're just going to mix in our eggs. I'm going to pour that in before I turn it on because who wants a splattery egg? Not me. Yeah, remember, Little White's several years old. So I have to hold her bowl sometimes. This is the last part, super easy. If you're adding in the nuts, that's actually the last part, but we're not using any nuts today. You just slowly mix this in, and you do want to let it get incorporated because you can tell you'll get just a little bit of cocoa powder. And it just takes as long as it takes, but it's no big deal. Super easy. But do you notice how it's nice to have a stand mixer with this slow stir speed? There's less wham. Go away, dust. Alright, then give it a nice quick mix. That's it. You tilt her head back. Doesn't everybody's head tilt back? Wipe off your paddle here. And the paddle is also good to give to your quality control wife, spouse, or children. Remember, you want to taste things. Perfect. I had to tell my wife yesterday, or rather remind her, if it doesn't taste good before it goes in, it won't taste good when it comes out. So, write that one down too. Take your pan, take your brownies. You can give it an easy stir. This was one that was so fast, I didn't really find the need to tell you to scrape your bowl. You can just do it on the way out. Just spread it evenly. Doesn't have to be perfect. And this continues our month-long series celebrating back to school and nice, easy desserts suitable for your child's lunch. Then again, where's my mama? Put it in your 350-degree oven, and you can check it at 20, but you'll probably need more than that. If it's not ready in 20 minutes, I would check it every 5 minutes after that. Remember, you stick your silver knife in, well, any butter knife. If it comes out clean, it's done. But that doesn't apply to plastic. Middle rack of the oven, and push it away from the door. You gotta push that into the middle of the oven so it can get heat all around. Then you'll have best results every time. You could write that down as a best practice. See, you need notes all over this new cookbook we're making. And it's always evolving. This is 27 minutes, and I know I said, check it every 5 minutes, but if you know it's getting close, you want to check it every couple of minutes. Just good practice. Stick your knife in, and it comes out clean. It's done. You don't want to overcook this because it'll get a little too crispy on top. Here it is, and there they are. You just want to let this cool off for probably 20 minutes at least, maybe longer. Put it in Ziploc bags, send it in your school lunch. Send it with your husband to work or whatever, take it for yourself. A lot of recipes, including this one, can be frosted, but this has plenty of sugar in it and it tastes great. I love this recipe. If you like this recipe for Hershey's Best Brownies, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Drop me a line in the comments below about your experiences with this recipe and what you'd like to see in the kitchen. Click the bell in the top right-hand corner for notifications. I'm Jim Hightower, and remember, everyone needs help, even me. Welcome to Help at Home. Ooh, not. Whether you're dusting it with flour or you're So, you just want to let this dry. Oh, I'm crazy.